Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing ATX. It has been a long time since I last uploaded a video. I've been extremely busy recently. It's been super tough to come out and fish. It's been really hard to upload videos as well. And on top of that, I actually got a new camera recently, which is super awesome. It's really nice, but it took me a while to figure out the settings. I've had to refilm this intro several times because the camera settings were messed up and the footage looked really bad. Along with that, it took me forever to actually find a mic that worked along with this camera. So finally got everything set up, finally gotten a mic adapter so I can plug in my mic properly, so we're all doing good. But that is all besides the point, guys. We're gonna be talking about the reason you clicked on this video today, and that is a review of the Lew's custom low profile bait casting reel. Stay tuned, hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, so here she is in all her glory. It is actually a white bait casting reel. You don't see a whole lot of those. I really like that, to be honest with you. Very unique in color. This reel is gonna cost you about $180, so not the cheapest reel in the market, but also not the most expensive one. In my opinion, this is probably the most high quality Lew's casting reel you can get for under $200, because I've had experience with the Mock Crush and a lot of other around $100 to $150 range type reels. This reel is only $20 more expensive than the Mock Crush, but in my opinion, it is a lot better for these reasons. One, because it really just comes with a lot more features. The Mock Crush is a pretty plain reel, all in all. I mean, it's a nice reel. I have nothing wrong with it. I've had it for a really long time. I've caught a ton of fish on it, but this custom, as you can see, has a ton of features I like about it that the Mock Crush does not have. One of which being it has a little hook holder. You know, a lot of the nicer reel or Lew's reels have these on them, so it's a pretty cool little feature you have there. Got the clicking drag system with something that's pretty cool on the side here. If you can see there close enough, on your little spool tension knob, you have all the numbers of pound test you have on the reel. So say I have 15-pound mono on there right now, I can set this to be 15 pounds. So that is pretty cool. I actually haven't set it because I really don't care that much, but it is a kind of a cool little feature that it has that its $20 cheaper brother does not. Those are some cool features this reel has that the Mock Crush does not have, but the main difference between this reel and the Mock Crush is the smoothness in casting. This reel is incredibly smooth when casting. That's what set it aside from the other Lew's reels I've owned, is that this reel is literally like butter when casting. It's so incredibly smooth. Absolutely love casting this thing. It's a dream, man. I mean, it's super nice, as long as you have light enough line and the right type of line on there, because I will say I tried throwing 17-pound fluorocarbon on here and that did not work at all. It got backlashed a ton. I had to really screw around with the spool tension and the magnetic brakes a lot in order to find a system that actually worked for me. So I would just stick with either lighter fluorocarbon or lighter mono. I have 15-pound mono on there right now and it casts like a dream. I have the brakes really loose and the spool tension on medium, so with those kind of settings right there, it works really well with this mono. And say you do want to throw heavier fluorocarbon or mono on here, just what you want to do is tighten the spool tension a lot to where you can barely, say you open the bail up, you want your lure to barely be able to fall and then loosen your brakes. That's kind of what worked best for me, but I don't know, honestly. That's just that's what worked for me. It might be different for everyone else, but that is what setting worked for me with a heavier pound line. So something else I like about this reel compared to the Mock Crush and a lot of the cheaper Lew's bait casting reels is that the actual frame is aluminum, whereas most of them are all just a carbon fiber. That's the entire reel, whereas the frame on this one is actually a metal frame, so it's a lot more strong and durable. The side plates are both carbon fiber, but honestly, do not knock the carbon fiber side plates. I used to think that these reels were actually cheap because of it. I thought, oh man, they're just using carbon fiber, you know, this stuff's, it's cheap, it's like plastic, you know, it's gonna break real easily. Contrary to that, it's actually extremely strong. I've had that Mock Crush for now 4.5 years and the whole reel is carbon fiber and it's held up really well. So do not knock it till you try it. It's actually really strong and durable. So this reel really has it all for 180 bucks. It's really strong and durable, casts really well, and it has extremely good fighting power. I forgot to mention about that too. All these Lew's reels I've bought have really good fighting power. No difference with this one. The custom has extremely good fighting power. It can handle really big fish and it can really crank them in when you need them. This reel's really easy to hold. It fits in my hand really well. As you can see, super easy and palmable. Will not have any issues holding it there. Just like that. Another thing I like about it too is that it has the wind grips on here, so it's very easy to hold on to. And they're also they're no slip as well, so if they get wet with water, they're not going to slip off. Nice star drag system. It's a 10 ball bearing system, so super nice. I think I bought this reel. It is the CG1 SH, so it is a 7:5 gear ratio. That's the one I'd recommend for you guys to buy because it's kind of the mid-range one, so you can pretty much do everything with it. But if you're looking maybe for a reel for something faster or slower, you can go with the other options. But in my opinion, the 7:5 is the best one you can buy. So with the review out of the way, I'm now going to be sending you guys to the first ever day that I fished with this reel, and I gotta tell you, I caught a lot of fish on it right out of the box. I've had it for about 3 months now. I've probably caught over 50 bass on it. This was the first day I ever took this reel out, and it handled really well in tough conditions. So with that, guys, I really hope you do enjoy the rest of this video. The Lew's Custom is a great reel. Highly recommend checking it out. I'll link it down in the description below. Enjoy the rest of the video of me fishing with it and really showing you guys what this reel can do. All right, guys, we made it down to the pond now. We got the custom in our hands and we are ready to start fishing. The only problem is it is Very, very windy, as you can see. Weather's pretty rough right now, so sorry the audio might be a little shoddy, but it's all good. We're gonna start fishing. It's a little speed warm here. Normally works really, really well in this pond, so it makes it be very hard to catch some fish. And we're gonna put this reel to the test. We're gonna see how well it performs. Really like how it casts, I'll tell you that. I've already cast it quite a few times. It is a really smooth, well casting reel, so if it fights fish the way it casts, I'm gonna be really happy. It's definitely up to a tough challenge today considering how much wind I'm going to fish through. I gotta tell you, the reel is casting really, really well, especially all this wind. It's 12-mile-an-hour wind right now and having no problem casting a relatively light lure. So this is definitely starting off well. Oh, there's a fish right there. All right, we got our first fish on the brand new reel. The drag slipped a little bit, but other than that, pretty flawless. Right next to the bank, first fish of the morning, just a little dude. Let's get him back. I'm gonna try tightening the drag down a little bit because really the only problem there was that the drag slipped just a little bit. I guess it is still pretty loose, so that's kind of partially my fault. We'll try again with the drag a little bit tighter, but that was good. I mean, it was a small fish right by the bank, but other than that, you know, good first fish on it. And by the way, too, this is my first backlash. Like, I have not been backlashing it. That was just straight into the wind. So again, the reel is casting real well considering how windy it is. Rather annoying. Don't know why I can't get a good day. Another fish. Back-to-back casts. There we go. Reel's handling much better this time. Nice fish too, jeez. Real solid fish. There we are, man. That's a really solid fish. Second fish today. Much better than the first, I can say that for sure. Just popped right out, buddy. Choked that down. There he is. Really nice, healthy, solid fish. And man, God, I gotta tell you guys, this is a really pretty fish. I mean, look at the markings on that guy. It's beautiful. Let's get him back. Man, I gotta tell you guys, this reel's got some serious power to it, and I'm not just saying that, you know, to make it sound like a good review. I mean, I'm being completely honest. This is my first time really fishing with this reel, and that's a solid fish. That's a solid 2.5 pounder. And in this pond too, fish tend to fight extremely, extremely hard. And I mean, this thing handled it like an absolute beast. No problem whatsoever at all. The rod did a great job too. I'll be doing a review on this rod another day. This is 12-mile-an-hour wind all day coming across, and it's just casting smooth. No way. 3 casts in a row. Jeez. Oh, it popped off. No. It's all good, but hey, that's about on 3 casts in a row. I'll take it. Back to what I was saying though, this reel casts extremely smooth, man. I'm all around really, really happy right now, other than the fact that fish popped off. There's a fish. Stay on, please. All right. Missed the last 2 fish because I've hooked them and they've popped off. So I really don't know what that was all about, but we did get another one. Number 3. Let him eat it just a teeny bit longer that time, and he's able to get it down. Let's get him back. There's a fish. Yeah. They're just biting it right near the bank. Gotta tell you, I mean, you can obviously see it, but this reel, it's got some power. You set the hook with this rod and this reel combined, and man, it's got some serious power. Let's get him back. There's a fish. Golly. Not even that big, he's just pulling hard. There he is, number 5 of the day. Man, the cold weather and the wind do not seem to be affecting these fish at all, as I thought it wouldn't, but there he is, number 5. Another great bite and 5 by him. Let's get him back. Fish right there. Yeah. They keep just hammering it right near the bank. I mean, almost every time it's just some guy sitting right next to the bank. Number 6. Another good bite and 5 by him. Let's get him back. There's a fish. There he is, just a little guy. Oh, there's a fish. Number 8. I don't know why, but every fish in this pond, when I catch them, they always just flare their gills out like crazy. They get so mad. I'll see you, bud. I mean, I don't blame them. I'll be mad too if I got caught, but it's just the funniest thing. They all just flare their gills out at me. All right, the fountain is on. There we go, there's a fish. I was gonna say the fountain's on, so we have 35 more minutes, what that means. And we got fish number 9 on the day. There he is. Golly. Say that fish been eating well. Look at that gut on him. Let's get him back. I don't think that fish need to be eating anymore. I think that fish needs to go on Weight Watchers or keto or something. There's a fish. I mean, it's a solid fish, but he's just fighting real well. Double digits, number 10 on the day. I'm definitely putting the work in for the custom. Number 10. All right, this is unrelated to the video, but I've wanted to try this for a while. I want to see if I swim a curly tail worm in the same color as the speed worm I'm using. I want to see if they're still going to eat this. I mean, I gotta imagine they will, but the fish in this pond have an absolute obsession towards the speed worm, and I want to see if it kind of translates over into the curly tail as well. So I'm going to fish this for about 5-10 minutes and see if I get any bites or fish on it. Yep. Third cast. Didn't think that'd take very long, and it didn't. We got number 11. I think really any kind of moving worm that you swim, they're gonna eat. Number 11, let's get them back. There's a fish. Number 12. Nice fish too. That's a solid fish. Probably second best of the day. Real solid fish, just hooked through the bottom of the mouth there. There we are, guys. Solid, about just under 2 or so. Let's get them back here. There we are. Another fish. Another pretty solid one too, not to mention. 2 solid fish in a row. Number 13. Let's get them back. There's a fish if he stays on. Missed the last 2. This fish feels heavy, but I don't know if he is. Yeah, he's not. I don't know. I think he's buried down in the grass. Yeah, I mean, he's tiny. I think he was just buried down in the grass. There he is. Another fish. Running straight at me. But he just darted right for the bank. Oh, there he is. Let's get him back. All right, guys, on that last fish there, it is a little bit past 9, and for any of you guys who watch my channel regularly, you know that at 9 o'clock is when I leave this pond, because it is actually a private pond, so I'm respectful, and after 2 hours of fishing, I always get out of here. So that's what we're doing right now. We're gonna leave the pond, but there's one more place I want to go try to see if we can get a really big fish and really put this reel to the test. So with that, I'm gonna put my speed worm on the little hook holder here, another nice little feature that this rod and reel offers, and I will see you guys at the next spot. All right, guys, we're walking up to the next pond now, and this pond is very, very interesting because you don't catch a whole lot of fish here. In fact, there's really not a whole lot of fish in the pond. I've caught about 7 or 8 fish all time out of this pond, and every single fish has been about a 3.5, 4 pounder. So it's really, really weird. I think it's because it's right on these restaurants here. There's not a whole lot of fish stocked in here too, so there's not a whole lot of competition for food. So pretty much there's just not many bass in here, but the ones that are in here have no competition for food. They have a bunch of food available, and they just go to town. There's a fish right there. Stay on it. Stay on it, fish. Barely hooked. Stay on it, fish. Yes! We did it, guys. We actually got one out of here. I did not think it was going to happen. Definitely not as big of a one. It's probably actually the smallest fish I've ever caught out of here, to be quite honest with you. But we got a fish out of here. Definitely best of the day, but probably the smallest fish I ever caught out of this pond, to be honest with you. There we are. Number 16 on the morning. Definitely have caught bigger, but still a really nice, solid fish. All right, guys, we have made it to our third and final pond. Don't really think I'm gonna stay here overly long because this pond's really not all that good, but we'll see what we can do. Might manage to catch a fish or two. There's a fish. I'm literally just messing around at the very end of the video here. Little swim bait on jig head, and we got a fish. Number 17 of the day. Well, all right, guys, that last little fish there, we are done for today. Unfortunately, that last one was not on our little Lew's custom here, but it's all good. I was just messing around with a little swim bait and jig head. I really don't know what I was doing. I just thought it would work well, you know, a little small presentation, and I guess I did catch a fish on it, so that is all good. But after a long day of fishing this brand new reel, I gotta tell you guys, I absolutely love it. I've been saying it all video, but this thing is awesome, man. I mean, I caught, I think, 16 fish on it today. That is plenty enough to get a good opinion. Gotta say, I love it. It's awesome. It does everything I want it to do. It's the nicest Lew's reel I've ever owned, and I really enjoyed fishing with it today. Anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this review. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe to Fishing ATX if you are new. Also, go follow me over on Instagram. Link is down in the description below, along with a link to the Lew's custom. I will leave that down there if you guys want to go check it out. Anyway, guys, that's about it. I will see you folks next time back out on the water.